Good afternoon, Dylan here, Bragdy Bach. Happy Father's Day to all fathers out there, and hope that you got some new brewing equipment as part of the deal. Watching a few vlogs this morning myself. Happy Homebrew was talking about brew sheds, brew spaces, call it what you like. So I thought I'll do a bit of a tour for you on what I have in my brew shed. Let's go. This section here is a shed, for want of a better word. This is where all my tools, equipment are. That's the brewing side. Let's go in. Bragdy Bach Sev 2017. Sefydlwyd means established in English. I had to think then. Right, so let's get some light on. Just close the door. So I blacked out this window. I also got a blackout screen here as well, and basically looking that way is east, so the sun is there all day and it plays havoc on everything. I'll show you in a bit what I mean. So as we walk in, forget all of that. That's the tools and stuff. The only brewing equipment on that side is the glycol chiller, and the hoses are fed through that wall. So we've got some corny kegs, a couple of bottles of gas, and then we have a four-way gas line, so I can put two kegs on this one, a single keg here. This one I use for the Blichmann bottling gun, so I can put some CO2 in the bottle, the bottom of the bottle, and get rid of the oxygen in the bottle basically. And this final one here is for all these fermenters that I've got there. So this hose is quite long, and I use this most really for putting gas in all of them, gassing all the bottles and what have you. So yeah, so that's that. A few samples of beer that I've made along that shelf. Got this tablets in here. This is where all the tablets, this is where I use my Brewfather, get all the recipes up on that, and I can send a message from here into the Brew Tools equipment, and it will send all the details into that Brew Tools kit. Tells you when to put the hops in, blah de blah. So it's a fantastic piece of kit really. So carrying on, got 3 Grandfather Pro fermenters there. I have vacuum sealer scales, some books, some of these John Guest fittings in there. I've got some Brew Tools fittings and what have you. These are the glycol chiller hoses, one for the warm and one for the cold. Got 3 of these little boards that I write any information on there, dates that I brewed the beer, original gravity, if I need to dry hop, so all the stuff will go on there for me. I've got a TV so I can watch YouTube, and if I open, not that sunny today, but if I open that, you can see it really does affect the TV for when I'm watching all your channels. So that's why I've blacked out the windows basically, and that works well. This does have a Raspberry Pi fitted for all the tilt hydrometers that go on there, so it'll be displayed on the TV how the gravity's going. Moving on, bit of a writing board. All my chemicals are in here: yeast nutrients, Epsom salts, calcium chloride, citric acid, sodium phosphate and sodium bicarbonate, ascorbic acid as well, Camden tablets, and Protofloc tablets up here as well. Sorry, my camera work's not very good there. We move down, So this implement here puts pressure in to the top of these fermenter pros, a little pedal. This unit goes with a steam hat, so I can I don't have to have big fans and stuff. That'll collate all the steam. Steam condenser is the word I was looking for, and it drips into the sink there. So on here we have the the counterflow chiller. That's the word I was looking for. This is for my next brew. Got some Starsan solution in that. Chemsan, Starsan. These I use for holding hops on brew day. I can write on here 15-minute boil, half an hour, whirlpool and what have you, and then I just wipe it off clean. 4 of them. It's a handy piece of kit. I'm not going to say a name, but you all know what it is. Got her there for me, giving me some information as well. I've got a fly catcher. Somebody made these for me, Bragdy Bach, and Yichida, or cheers. Got a bit of a lamp here. It's really for peering into here, because when I put this on it's quite dark, so I'll clamp it on somewhere and put it inside, and I can see how the beer's doing when I've got these steam hats on. Got a bit of a fan. This is part of the Brew Tools kit. It's just the mash temperature probe, water meter, the little crane, for want of a better word really, so that this will just lift. The mash basket for me, because it's quite high, so that's what I did there. And because this shed is so low, usually put the winch up on here, but I didn't have enough space, so I needed that space to be able to lift the basket out, so I repurposed it, and it's behind all of this. I'll show you after. This is the control unit for it, vacuum cleaner there. There's my sparge tank, sink, handy little flexible hose. If you get a chance, get one of them. They're bloody handy, to be fair, instead of just like 2 hot and cold taps. I've only got cold water here, by the way. So in here, keep some chemicals, more chemicals. The bucket blaster for cleaning out all my equipment, although I do use CIP, clean in place ball in there, so that is clean by other means. But I do clean all of these 3 fermenters, the corny kegs, all on the bucket blaster. It's kept there, a bit of a bin there for me. Let's go through the drawers. So brushes, tilt, hydrometers, there's 3 in there. Some camera equipment, SD cards and what have you in there. All my brew tools. There's the CIP unit in there. Some hoses. In here we've got some labelling devices, some more hoses, vacuum bags, or they're in rolls, aren't they? When I vacuum seal the hops. Some more cables. And here I've got some muslin bags in that box, hose cutter, airlock, some muslin bags, scissors, thermometer, pH meter, the portable refractometer, some markers here. That's what I use to mark on the boards and mark on these, mark on the bottles as well. I keep the main malts in here, the Marisotta, the pale malts and what have you. This unit here, actually comes out, so I can move this around to wherever I want. There's the winch. So this table can be repurposed elsewhere, push it to wherever I want, out of the way, gives me some more working space. So I've got, you know, plenty of space for that really, whilst we're in this section. Some more grains and some charcoal bags, keep my hops in the freezer, some of my spices for my Kamado, some bottles, maltodextrin, some brown sugar, golden syrup. These are all adjuncts that I've got in to go in some beers. Yeah, so yeah, there's plenty of space here, guys. It works well for me, work within this area. It's all on one side. As I mentioned before, I did have a couple of freezers that used to come out to about here, and it was quite bloody narrow. So when I purchased these and built that little unit to hold it, it was a bloody godsend. Yes, okay, it's a bit heavy to lift the fermenter from when I'm emptying from the brew tools into the fermenter. It can be quite heavy to lift that unit on there, but it's not too bad. I can manage it, so it's not a problem really. But it works for me, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? That it works for you. And it doesn't matter what equipment you've got, if it works for you, happy days. It's taken me since 2017 to go from the bucket, from Wilco's to this, and it's a hobby, and I don't mind spending what little money I've got left on this equipment because it's used, and that's the most important thing, that you do use it. I've had fads like everybody else. Bought some bikes and rode bikes for a while, and then you know, it's in the shed, isn't it? You know what I mean, kept out of the way, and you sell it. But I've been going since 2017 with this equipment, and this hobby of mine is here to stay. Really thoroughly enjoy it, love the community and all that's about it really. So yeah, I thought I'd just give you a nosy of the equipment that I've got. And forgot this drawer here full of towels. We all make a bloody mess, don't we? But you know, you can't have plenty, enough of them really. When I first started in here, I used to drip water all over the place, and it was a bloody mess, but I've become much tidier, much cleaner. I know what I'm doing now. I understand the equipment much more, and that comes down to experience, doesn't it? So yeah, so that's it, guys. So that's the shed, my brewery if you like, and it works well for me. I'm very happy with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and hope to see you soon. And before I go, Pat asked me a question about the oak barrel that I've got here as well. I did my dad's 80th birthday beer on that a couple of years back now, and I do have a vlog on that, so you can have a look to see. It took a few months to do that one, obviously, because once the beer had fermented, it stayed in there for about 6 months. But it's from unwrapping to sealing it and getting it ready for use. So I do have a stout in that, been in for about 6 months, so that'll be ready to bottle quite soon. This is all insulated, by the way. I put insulation all the way around and on the roof. So, but it can get a bit warm here during hot summer, like it is at the moment. It does get pretty hot. So my concern is really with some of these bottles that they start re-fermenting, and you can get a bit of a fizz out of them, and it does spoil the beer actually. But yeah, other than that, it's great. It's quite warm in the winter. The old shed I used to have, it was absolutely freezing and it was absolutely roasting, but this does protect somewhat. And obviously I close all of these down when I'm not here, so it keeps the place cool as well, so I want no sun coming in. So I've waffled on enough. It's been I think about 9 odd minutes or something like that. So yeah, there we go guys, last look before I go. And as I always finish my vlogs, take care and I'll see you soon.